want a car, you know, go to the dealership, okay, and test drive it, all right? If you want a house, drive through your dream neighborhood or attend an open house. Surround yourself with your goals so your mind and your body will attract ways to obtain them, okay? So that's a perfect example. I've always wanted a BMW X5. And it's funny, I was thinking about it the other day, you know, going through this, and I thought to myself, I think I'm going to go to the showroom and just give it a test drive. You know what I mean? Why not? You know, visualize yourself there already. Honestly, the mind doesn't even know. Your mind plays tricks on itself, you know. How many times have you had an example where you've, you know, you've thought something and it wasn't that way, you know? How many times? Because that's what your mind does. It just makes things up, you know?
So can I jump in there again?
Yeah.
And Brad will remember this. Visualization. I once did an exercise with a sports psychologist, and I had a sinker on the end of a fishing wire.
Oh, yeah.
And you sat down and you held this sinker, you looked at it, and you started concentrating and visualizing that the sinker was moving in a clockwise direction. But you weren't allowed to move your fingers. Yeah. And you looked at it, and I started looking at things going clockwise. All of a sudden, the sinker started moving slightly in a clockwise direction, and I just went, "Hey!" Whoa, picked it back up, and she said, "Okay, think of it going in the anti-clockwise direction." So I sat there and looked at it, visualized it, and it started swinging wider in an anti-clockwise direction. She said, "Now do it back and forth," and I'm going, "Oh my God, what sort of back magic is this one?" But it was the mind that was actually, even though I wasn't physically moving my fingers, it was a mind sending the sensors down through my nervous system to my fingers, and that was making a slight little adjustment that I didn't feel that was making. I was doing it. So that's the power of the mind, of the visualization.
Of the mind and the visualization. So visualize. You want that holiday? Start visiting those travel agent shops. You want to lose a little bit of weight? Buy the pants a little bit smaller than you and hang it up so you can see it. I'm serious. You know, you want to. Oh, I can't give an example for you, but you can start looking at shop fronts. You know, this is where I want my office to be. You know, this is where. Visualize it. You'll achieve it that way.
Can I just cut in there too? There's another way. Is visualize it as well. But just connected with it, me giving up smoking, it just happened that I made another affirmation. I made 3 affirmations at that time. One was being non-smoker, and the other one is to be a premier agent with National Mutual, was there, and the other one was to be coached at a high level in rugby league. And all those things I achieved. Yeah. I became a premier agent with National Mutual. I actually coached the Queensland under-16 side, which I wanted to do, and I gave up the smoking. Fantastic. But that was all on a tape. So I know the visual ones are good too. Yeah. But if you get the ones where they say if you say something 30 times and you keep on playing it a few times a day.
We're all different learners as well. Yeah. Some people are visual. Some people are auditory. Some people.
It's the same. So it's the same type of thing.
Same thing.
It's
just a different.
Same type of thing.
In a different sense.
But I'm saying a different sense. That's all.
Okay. All right. So you know, in your own time, what I'd like you to do is go away and just, you know, if you decide that you want to join this business, is write down some personal goals as to you know. If you decide to join this business, as to when you want to complete your training, and how much you want to earn, okay? How much is it that you want to earn in this business? And this is what I'm going to go on and talk to you a little bit more about now, okay? So, let me talk to you about our calculator. Now that we've spoken about goals, let's kind of try to make this a little bit more specific, okay? I want to work through. This is something that we use in RX, okay? In our business.
Show me the money.
And this is basically show me the money. Exactly. It's fantastic. It's very it's visual, okay? And let me just give you an overview of how this works, okay? Okay. So now what I'm going to go and talk to you about is the RX income calculator. And basically what we're going to do with the calculator is we're going to adjust a variety of these fields, okay, that will help you to see how much it is that you want to generate in the long run. Okay, so we need to generate what we need to generate each day to hit our income goals. Okay, so we can set them for 12 months down the road, 10 years down the line, whenever down the line. Okay, that's what's fantastic. Okay. An income goal for the next 12 months, that's what we're going to focus on, is an income goal for the next 12 months. And I would like all of you in here to come up with what it is that you would like. If you were to join this business, Brad, how much is it that you would like to make on a monthly basis, okay? And I'll walk you through it. But before we have a look at the, before we go deeper into this, the calculator assumes a few things. And one is that everybody in this business, so anybody in your team, okay, if you enter the business, they do what you do, okay? That's what it enters. So everybody does what you do. So if you enter the business and you buy an elite pack, it assumes that you will buy an elite pack as well. It assumes everybody in your business will buy an elite pack, okay? And that works roughly 80% of the time. Obviously, some people won't buy an elite pack, they'll buy a lower pack, or they'll buy, but people that want to build this business, they'll want to do what you've done, okay? Because, you know, you're the one that's enrolling them, it's working for you, I want it to work for me. So what have you done? That's what I'm going with. Does that make any sense? Okay. It also assumes that everybody you sponsor is going to enter the business, purchase an elite pack. I've said that. And roughly 80% of the time, this will be true, because people you sponsor are going to ask what you did, okay? And they're going to copy you, all right? It also assumes that everybody copies you on auto delivery. So when you decide that you're going to purchase a product, okay? When you decide that you're going to purchase a product, you're going to have it put on auto delivery. So it's going to come out to you on a monthly basis. So it assumes two things: that everybody does what you do, and that everybody does what you do. So if you buy a membership product, which is this at the top, or an elite pack, then everybody else in your business is going to buy an elite pack. It also assumes that if you are on auto delivery, everyone else is going to be on auto delivery. Okay. So does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. It also assumes
do as I do, isn't it?
do as I do, because it's all about that duplication. And it also assumes that everybody you sponsor will be on a 100-point auto delivery. So that's the two things that it assumes. And the last thing that it assumes is nobody that you sponsor duplicates. So it's extremely conservative. So let me just explain what that means. If I am to put a goal into this calculator and say that I want to build this business and I want to make, I'll give you an example, $100,000 a year, or I'll give you a perfect example. I want to make $26,000 a year. Okay? I'm going to assume that everybody purchases an elite pack. Okay? I'm going to assume